Welcome to Terrible Tales from the Training Room. This is episode 2, The Chair Scare. Tonight, I will share with you another one of my scariest stories from being a corporate trainer. This one is particularly grisly, so you're afraid of blood. You may want to stay away. Here I am again. This is Jeff with YourLearningCareer.com, and yes, I'm here to share another scary story with you. This is called The Chair Scare. Now, this happened many, many years ago when I was working at Walt Disney World. I used to teach the new employee orientation there called Walt Disney World Traditions. This is a very fun, very interactive class. And we noticed, and it's team taught, so there were 2 facilitators teaching the class. I was one of them, and my partner and I, we were teaching the class. Things were going well, but we did notice that one participant in particular was not fully engaged. And in fact, when we would have people get up to do activities, he was staying in his chair. So we were a little concerned about that, and we were wondering what was going on. And so we finally, at a break, we took him aside, or we kind of went over to him and said, "Hey, is everything okay?" And we came to find out that he was in a bit of an embarrassing situation. He was afraid to get up out of his chair because, and again, now forgive me, this is really gross, but I'm going to tell you because it's true. Apparently, he had a hemorrhoid and it had burst. And so he was very self-conscious about getting up out of his chair for fear of what might remain and what might be on his pants. So we very delicately told him it was fine for him to remain in his chair, and we would make sure we would let him be the last one out to go to lunch or the next break so that he could go to the restroom and take care of himself. And so when we got to that next break, I think it was lunch, we got the class out. We let him kind of go behind so it wasn't obvious or anything. And then my partner and I went to see what to do with the chair. And when we went over and walked over to the chair, there it was! A big blood stain right in the middle of the seat of the chair. It was a cloth covered seat. So we just kind of calmly got the chair. We called facilities to take the chair away. Hopefully they burned it. And then we had a replacement chair, and we made sure to check on him and see that he was okay. And we were able to continue the class. But that, my friends, is the tale of the chair scare. Yikes. Now, what did we learn? What did I learn from that experience? I want to share 3 lessons learned. Lesson number 1, don't be quick to judge people in your audience. You never know what's going on. So, for example, in this case, we initially thought, oh, maybe we kind of thought he had a bad attitude. Like we were like, oh, what's this guy's problem? Why doesn't he participate? And so as a trainer, facilitator, presenter, you sometimes, teacher, you tell yourself these stories, you make stuff up about a participant, and you don't really know. So my first lesson is don't judge people too quickly before you really know what's going on. So by taking the time to talk to him, we were able to find out what actually was going on. Number 2, that was obviously a terribly embarrassing situation. Can you imagine how embarrassed you would feel if you were in that situation and you had to tell someone else? So as a presenter, teacher, trainer, etc., you've got to be very sensitive. And I just now, when I told this story, I know I was kind of making light of it, but really, when we were in that situation, we had a lot of empathy toward him. Again, you can only imagine how embarrassing it was. And so yes, years later, as I'm telling this story, I'm trying to be funny, but we were very sensitive, and we definitely wanted to do everything we could to not embarrass him. And you're going to have people in your class who are going to be in situations where different things that may be going on. So you just want to be very sensitive and show empathy to the people in your audience. And then the third lesson, this was actually also a really great example of teamwork. One of the things I really appreciated in this situation was having someone else who we were able to work together to take care of the situations. We tackled it together. Someone took care of the chair, someone took care of him, and we took care of it, and then we were able to continue on. So whenever you can use teamwork in a situation like that, it will go a long way. And now I'd like to hear your stories. What kinds of scary stories have happened in your classroom? Well, tell me in the comments. I love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what kinds of things you've had happen to you and how you handled it and what lessons you've learned. So share with us in the comments. Give me a like, and what?